So it's gonna have to be that other phone number. I still haven't found that other show phone yet this week, but I'm looking. Um, so I went to the grocery store today. It's so hot, and I mean just like inside the store, and I grabbed these Propels because they say they had the electrolytes. Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Stella.
So I got this, and it makes like the card heavy, and I try to find things, but it's like that kind of heat, makes you like dizzy. And Daryl wanted to help me like with food, but I couldn't understand till I was like checking out um that he wanted to help me to purchase some food like from the internet, but I couldn't even understand until I was checking. Like, oh yeah, that would have saved me like a lot of time with this. Um, but I didn't get like everything anyway. But I got some milk, which I drank when I got home. I got some
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese for kids, like the kind that in those like boxes, like a videotape with looks like shape. Um, like with like hamburger helper. They got like a bunch of that type of stuff that you add like milk, oil too. But I thought it might come in handy. I don't know. I mean, how are you holding up?
I think I'm holding up.
You're pissed. You're mad.
It's not a funny thing, girl. It's been 2 weeks now.
2 weeks?
Since I have not. 2 freaking weeks. They don't care. These people, they don't care. And guess who else is mad about this? My mother and my father.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They are pissed off.
There has to be something you could do. I wonder if there's like some type of legal action.
Oh yeah. I've been like reading a lot of stuff, especially last year when this happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Because people have been like saying that there should be a lawsuit, and I agree.
For is there any lawyers in the chat? What do you call it? Emotional distress. I mean, I'm sure that there's legal ground somewhere. Sorry. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks and still nothing.
This is the first time it happened. Marshall, it happened 3 months ago.
I feel like anything, like any medicine that's really popular, it seems to get shortages. Unfortunately, like I think that can happen with insulin. I mean, I think it even happened with the COVID vaccine. There were countries that couldn't get it for a while. Anything that's in high demand. So unfortunately, you take something that's probably pretty common. So they all want it first, and maybe it's first come, first serve. I don't know how they divvy it out. Like if you're really important, like if you're like in the government or something, like a president or something, maybe you get it because they can't have you being sick, and you're somewhere in the middle of the list.
Yep. It's just messed up because people who really do need it, who are like having a mental health or something, and they need it.
Yeah.
They have been complaining.
And they say that the squeaky wheel, I was gonna say, gets the worm, gets the oil. Like if you make yourself like a nuisance, a problem, then you'll get the attention than if you're quiet. So calling the pharmacy, they might give you the worms. Like just voicing your.
I don't feel. So hold up.
A class action. So what happens now? Like you used to wake up, take your medicine, and then you were like used to your routine, and now you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm tired, like you're out of sorts. Like today, it went different than if you had your medicine. You're just sleepy or irritable. Basically, less energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happens sometimes? Like, with the what do they call that with the the Purdue people? Like, remember that show? What's it? Michael Keaton, dope sick. What did they call those medicines? People took them for pain. Like what, in the 90s or the 70s or something? And
steroids.
What? Did you say steroids?
Yeah.
No. Is that for pain? I don't. No, because then they turned to heroin. Some people, when the pain became.
I know what you're talking about.
Like opioid. Yeah, opioid. I think. Yeah, I think it begins with an O. So anyway, I worry with this Adderalls. There's only so long that people won't start to self-medicate for what their issue is. Just look for the medicine their own way, and then so they'll call it the streets, but really could be online, could be a friend, could be just that it's not where you go, because you go to the and they say no, we don't have. So then people might think, oh, they'll say, what's similar? What else could I take? And be like, hey, I got something. Look at this. I mean, I don't know, but I think that's how things go. I know myself, I'm have these breakdowns, the shaking, and with myself, those times I could clearly see how other people to kind of handle to keep going all of that you're going through. I remember being so in the hospital, and they said, "Oh, this is mental," and then so I went to the mental place, and they wouldn't take me. Oh, this is a physical. And I remember feeling like, this is how it happens, right? I mean, you have a need for help, but nobody will help you. And then if somebody somewhere offers help, it's not the right way, but you tried the right way, and you're trying for 2 weeks. I mean, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm encouraging you to do anything else. I'm basically saying that I'm proud of you. Really, it's a fight, and I feel like that's been shown by the fact that other people turn to something else because it's so hard.
Well, before I was on Adderall, I was on Ritalin all those years, and then I was on Conservative. Conservative didn't do shit for me. Then I was on Abilify. That was helping out, but there was one problem: side effects. There was a side effect, and what it did was it put me to sleep.
Terry's on a boat, you guys. You see Terry here? He told me he was on a boat just before the show. So I can't be here because I'm on a boat with cars, and I told him to look for the submarine debris. I can't stand boats. I get boat sick. Do you ever get car sick as a kid?
Never.
Some kids get car sick. Maybe some adults too, but I feel like if you're an adult and you still get car sick, it's so limiting.
I never had it.
Yeah? Then you could go on roller coasters and stuff, not throw up after. Really?
Don't get me started with that.
The ones with the logs. Yeah. Well, anyway, I feel for you. I feel for you out there like that. And also, what's interesting is like, let me, like, I saw this on, I don't like the word hallucinogenics because I don't know if that is too broad. Like, okay, yeah, psychedelics reopen the social reward learning critical period. Abstract. This is a scientific, nature.com, in a scientific journal. Okay. Psychedelics are a broad class of drugs defined by their ability to induce an altered state of consciousness. Yeah, but like, then what? I mean, sniffing glue or paint, wouldn't that do that as well? But it's not recommended. These drugs have been used for millennia in both spiritual and medicinal contexts, and a number of recent clinical successes have spurred a renewed interest in developing psychedelic therapies. Nevertheless, a unifying mechanism that can account for these shared phenomenological and therapeutic properties remains unknown. So people have been saying for a while, like, maybe we should like research more in this line of study, but then also, they have been illegal. So it's like, it's even hard to say to people now, oh, don't use this other thing, when so often it's like, well, that's illegal, or it's only legal in this purpose, or it's legal in like this state and then not this. And like, it can be very confusing for people too. To be like, well, can you tell me like what is bad for like poison and what is just illegal? Like, what? Okay. Here we demonstrate in mice that the ability to reopen the social reward learning critical period is a shared property across psychedelic drugs. Notably, the time course of critical period reopening is proportional to the duration of acute subjective effects reported in humans. So I think that they're saying, like, like when they say, like, when you're growing up, like, you could learn like language easier, things, because your neural like connectiveness, like, it reopens that highly, I think, connective window, like when you're a kid. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep reading. Furthermore, the ability to reinstate social reward learning in adulthood is paralleled by metaplastic restoration of oxytocin mediated long term depression in the nucleus accumbens. Finally, identification of differentially expressed genes in the open state versus the closed state provides evidence that reorganization of the extracellular matrix is a common downstream mechanism underlying psychedelic drug mediated critical period reopening. Together, these results have important implications for the implementation of psychedelics in clinical practice.
I want you to hear something. Boston still has power outages.
Oh, wow. How long has it been?
It's been a week. The one family member that didn't have power, they got theirs except one.
That's so insane. I hope they give them a refund on their bills.
No, it's because that storm that hit a couple of days ago, it was, wow. It was that bad. That very bad.
as well as the design of novel compounds for the treatment of neuropsychiatric disease. And it goes into a lot more if you want to see this. But that's just like the breakdown. They have like certain ones and what, yeah, they're very fascinating. But yeah, like they talk about this psilocybin. And I feel like a lot of people, if they're like, okay, if one day this is going to show to be safe or good for you or help with an illness, if you or somebody that you love is sick right now and could use the help, it's very hard, I think, to tell them like, oh, well, that eventually will be um, a thing, but not while you're suffering, not while you're alive. Or like what, you know what I mean? Like, so I can understand people to be like, well, like, I don't want to listen to that if they think that you're wrong or what do they have to lose? But I myself, I look at things that I feel are acceptable knowledge enough, like that, especially if it's been like tried before. Like they have tried like heroin, it's been around, people like being addicted, opium dens, like and it wasn't good. I mean, there's um historical records of this, being very, very bad for communities and stuff. I would say the same for alcohol, or at least I would say excessive use of alcohol, because people will argue like that's been around like forever. Yes, but I think the the excess, to the point of addiction, or to the point that it makes you ill, that that's proven to be harmful. Um, but I think you're at a place right now where you're like, I've tried this medicine, I tried this medicine, I tried this. What am I supposed to do? Terry would say, do yoga. Now, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, pure heroin can be good and used. But you know what? Yeah, morphine, like there was a time and place for that, for sure. I mean, when somebody is, say, like people's like final days, that was like the fear with the submarine, that they're down there suffering their last days in pure terror, knowing they're going to die. Like, you'd rather them just die quickly, because the fear from the family.
I read about that.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Hi, Tail. Yeah, so I think the morphine, if you're just in such intense pain, but you want some last days at peace, like with your family, I think that makes sense. But as far as just like to get through the day, like you're like, oh, I don't have my Adderall, I think I'm gonna take some morphine. I'm gonna have those gamblers in the book. I don't know why they got so into the drug. I know he tried to say like it's the young women, but that's so weird, because like, I mean,
no, it's the elderly. It's the elderly.
It's the elderly. I just mean, like, yeah, like I like the idea of being with an older man, but I never would think about doing drugs. Like, and I think that, I mean, I guess it would make sense. Like, if it's gonna kill you, then maybe you wouldn't be much older if you're starting. So maybe it makes sense. Like, if you made it far enough, you probably don't have like an extreme habits. But I don't know. But I could see the gamblers doing it because they had a hard life, pain, fear, these long, intense, like kind of like if you're an athlete or a rock performer and you're working, you probably need that. Like people used to drink a lot, after work, at work, because the days were hard and life is hard. So I think that maybe the gambling life is hard, and maybe that too. I think I used to probably think, well, maybe if something happened to my mom. I think I used to say that, well, I've never done drugs, but maybe one day if something happened to my mom. But no, it has made me more feel like I should go on and take care of myself. Like she would have wanted. So
Yep.
Stella was talking about psychedelics. Yeah, I was. Well, because Arthur can't get his medicine, and I was just saying how it's a tricky thing because people will look to self-medicate because it's been 2 weeks and still nothing, which I think is kind of crazy because, clearly it helps him. So,
Crazy. Too crazy.
and we were thinking of, like, what can you do? And I was thinking, I could see lawsuits because if people end up turning to something like that's bad, it has a distressing effect on their life that wouldn't have happened.
Let me tell you something, Stella. When it happened March of this year, they should have known to think and realize we can't do this shit again. But no, it happened again. And then I read that it said that we're gonna have to get. And don't cut me off on this because I want everyone else to hear this. It said that they're supposed to get a supply in the beginning or at the end of June or at the beginning of July of 2023. Still don't cut me off because I still have more to say. How in the fuck? How in the holy of fuck are people going to be delivering stuff before the 4th of July? Nobody's going to be delivering ship by them because they are going to be, let me tell you this, getting ready to go on 4th of July vacation. They won't end it. We won't be seeing none of that until after the 4th.
What's today, the 23rd? Just like a week.
Yeah.
You're not counting weekends, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It could be done.
And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I know because shit like this, I predict came fucking true. It came true. And this is one of them.
Meth dealers are happy. What's the deal with meth? What is that? Sorry. Is that the one that they make out of, what is it? Adderall? Something for allergies? But I mean, there's other things, but I don't know what those things are. Yeah, believe it or not, I never drank and I've also never taken meth. So explosive. D-amphetamine salts. That's what Adderall is. Salts. Does it taste salty when you take it?
No.
No, sorry. I'll lick it. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at my own stupidity about these medications.
Hey, trying to make me happy and it's working.
Oh, well, you should sing one of those songs. I've been
I got 2 songs. They're rock songs, actually.
This is George Gershwin kick, and I got shoes. Come on and carry me. There's I don't know why, but it keeps playing in my head. On the stairs. It's just the whole thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you, but first, let me get this prayer out of the way. Lord, it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since I haven't had my Adderall.
Mm.
And you knew what happened, what was going to happen. And it happened. We ain't going to be seeing none of this medication until after. Oh, Lord, my parents are getting really agitated. Just I don't know how much of this me and my family are going to be taking because they're thinking about taking action. If they are, I'm with them. Because this is ridiculous. 2 weeks without no Adderall. I went through this in March. And now I'm being calm now. So Lord, they pull me out, and for everybody else who's been keeping up with me, I'm all right. I'm just hanging in there.
Your parents are going to take action. The bolt action. Lever action. Pump action.
No, nothing like that. Because they're getting tired of seeing me. Fella, I have been falling asleep all day. Listen, all the fun stuff I've been doing. This ain't the first time that this happened. And let me just say it. These are people who make the medication. They're lazy.
They're lazy. You know what? Let me look that up. Let me see. Is it because they're lazy? I'm sorry. I just think that's so cute. Like, get to work. Okay. Now, do you take a generic or is it just called Adderall? Is that the generic name? The Adderall shortage. What to do if you can't get your meds. The reason: a shortage of the immediate release form of amphetamine mixed salts. Oh, that's what you say. Since October 2022.
Yeah, it's been happening that since last year.
If you have had trouble filling Adderall for yourself or your child, you're not alone. Yes, but what did they say is the reason?
There's a lot of reasons, fella. I read the whole shit.
The shortage now impacts other stimulant medications as well. I wonder if we're having like a sort of a renaissance, a golden age of internet's self-medicating or internet medication buying. You know, like when I've looked into that, like Ozempic stuff, to be like, what the hell is all these people talking about? And they'd be like, oh yeah, but I get it from like this so-and-so online pharmacy. Like they'll call it compounding. Like someone will like compound it. And like, I think that during the pandemic, people, were often afraid to leave the house, to get sick. So they, maybe experimented with ordering from a company, like Amazon or something. And now it's maybe that it's so easy. I don't know. But I have a feeling like, why would this be happening now? Like, why would so many people, why would it be in such short supply now? Unless it has something to do with
I don't know.
The middle way, the sort of road to getting it being different.
I don't know. But anyway, just keep me strong, Lord. Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
It says it's also an impending shortage of Vivancy, a common alternative for Adderall, due to both manufacturing delays, laziness.
Wait. Stella, did you say there was a shortage of Vivancy?
Yes.
I was looking that up last night.
Due to manufacturing delays and increased demand. See? Increased demand. And the laziness. Delay and demand. According to its manufacturer, Takeda Pharmaceuticals, only certain dosages are expected to be affected, although supply issues could extend into September. Well,
Stella, can you hang on? Stella just told me something.
Oh no, am I? Oh no!
Quick second ago.
Oh my god!
It's shortage.
Oh my god!
I had to tell my family about that one medicine that I saw last night. Just now, that you told me that Vivancy had a shortage.
Yeah, this is June 23rd.
Because that was the one we were going to do next. Thank you for telling me that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean you can't get it. I was just like,
fuck.
Oh no, I thought I was trying to cheer you up by sharing like the interest with you of what's going on. But that's just one place saying that. I mean, they're saying they're expecting a shortage with that, so maybe you can get in on it before that.
Yeah, if our doctor would contact us.
The ADHD. Wow, there's a lot of stories about this. Drug shortage is spreading as supplies of a popular alternative to Adderall run worryingly low. Adderall shortage continues.
Well, I've seen some comments of people being pissed off.
FDA commissioner blames Adderall shortage on stimulant overuse. Telehealth. See, the people have greater access now that they didn't, I think, with online. And generics. But telehealth, doesn't that mean just like internet connecting you to a source that can help you? See, I don't like this. I don't like internet therapy. Like, I feel like like with your insurance, I think you deserve the best for if you have like extreme issue, you know? Like with me, I think that it just doesn't feel like online, like I'm getting like, and in person I didn't feel like that either. Actually, I think it's one time my therapist fell asleep. But
Yeah. So I want to start talking about this.
sorry.
Right now, let's have some fun with me. Well, I did say in Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Let's have some fun with me singing you these two songs.
Yeah.
Now, this was the one song I was supposed to sing to you last week, but it just totally forgot out of my head until now. Hey, Telly, you know what I'm smelling? I smell on top of a scent.
Feet.
Scent. No. It's a scent. It's a scent of a
pantyhose.
Of a pie. Something like a cherry pie.
Cherry pie. Like the shirt I wore.
Body. You can reach. Cherry pie, cherry pie. Cold drink the one of the sweet still pie. Ain't so good, make old man cry. Sweet cherry pie, yeah. Wow. Well, swinging on the front porch, swinging on the lawn. When the kids are running home, swing to the left, and swinging to the right. I did a baseball to play all night. Yeah. But swinging in the living room, swinging in the kitchen. Doing those folks and the everything bitches. And Peter, don't live the better, so the live the better. I've been good, give me all things for. Don't live the time, nothing more. She's my turn it out. Cold with the water, but the sweet stuff alright. Let's so good, make it cold and call. Sweet turn it out. Oh, yeah, my turn it out. With a smile on your face, 10 times wide. That's so good, like the chance in the eye. Please tell it out, yeah. And I'm still swinging to the car, swinging to the bass, in the back of my car. And tell my mother it's not no gas. This will be going real fast. I said you can my own friend for. Don't even look at the crazy store. Please, my friend, going on the water, but the sweet stuff high. It's so good, it's so cry. That was orange.
That was incredible. You would not think you didn't have your medicine, but you know what? That's your raw talent.
So if we now if we die, both of us, we ain't going to heaven. We going to hell.
Now you break it to me. Damn.
Now that, not that hell. No, No, Stella. Not that hell.
Oh, okay.
We're going to the highway to hell. See the ticket on a one-way ride. Was nothing. Leave thinking everything I've been tried. Don't me. Don't know nothing I do. I'm on the highway to hell. On the highway to hell. Highway to hell. I'm on the highway to hell. No stop sign. Be the limits. One is on a slow way down. I go wheel. No speeding. Nobody's gonna mess me around. Hey, Satan! Hey, my dudes! Playing in a rockin' man! Hey, mama! Look at me! I'm on my way to the promised land!
Yes, sir.
I'm on the highway to hell! Highway to hell! I'm on the highway to hell! Highway to hell! Hey! Hey! Ah!
Did you think about singing that to the Adderall people?
Oh, yeah. I'm on the highway to hell. I'm on the highway to hell. I like this verse here. Oh, no. I'm on the highway to hell. I'm on the highway to hell. Highway to hell. Hell. And I'm going down.
I didn't want you to. I was just.
On the highway to hell.
I am fully clothed. My pantyhose was later too.
That was a legendary AC DC.
What does it stand for?
Hell.
What does it stand for? The A and the C and the D and the C.
I don't. Maybe Jerry or Kerry might know, because I don't know.
You're the rock expert.
Oh, Dale says it's protect those vocal cords. You see, that was a song, because the first song, I was supposed to sing it to you last week, but it came out of my head. I just forgot what it was.
Arthur, do you like my hair?
I like your hair every time.
I feel like the hippie flower child, that I should be naked in the bushes listening to you, except you're like a hippie in the 60s.
Here is a preview
with an afro.
Here's a preview of what am I seeing next week. People might know this. I'm going to put you on a speaker.
This is from that show. Oh, that Miss.
The song is called, I don't know who sings it, but well, I do know who sings it, but I'm going to give you the
Gail knows it. Oh, I'm so excited now. But I wouldn't give up yet that you're not going to get it. But you know what? Just because you might get it doesn't mean there's not any use in trying for another one in the meantime. Because if that Vive Nancy is going to be short, maybe see, like, can I get an emergency? Something to help you feel better.
Stella, before I let you go, did you say that you ever wanted to do a duet with me? Remember that?
Yeah.
But what if we did a duet with this song? One of our favorite ones. I'm MC Keller, what's the box of lightning? Here's your little sword, you sword of lightning. This side of the little girl and a homegirl. All I have two.
Opposites attract.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs of all time.
It's a natural fact. Well,
that's it. Next week, we're doing it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
If it'll cheer you up. Love you.
All right. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Oh, I feel so bad for him. I know he's trying to hold it together. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that's a matter of, like, when they said the demand, but I also think, like, during the pandemic, people switched to online even more, than they used to, or at least some things. So, I think that itself made it harder because people would go online for medical advice that maybe didn't used to. So now they're like, oh, maybe I'll try that too, that type of thing. Hello. Hey, Prince. I was just thinking. What was I going to ask you just now? I forget. How are you doing?
I'm trying. I'm hanging in there.
Yeah. Do you have a better week?
Trying.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying, like, with the cleaning slowly. Like, I made those shorts today and those yesterday. Okay. But that's been awesome. But it's been on my mind, going through things, making some progress in the right direction at least, but not too hard because I've really trying to look at how much your own, like, view of things can change all of it, how you feel. Like, just being, like, feeling like right now, if you were to feel like, oh, I'm under a lot of pressure, I'm under a lot of time, how am I going to do, like, that feeling can change, like, your whole, like, the way your body's oriented. Like, so I feel like if I tell myself you're not in a rush, everything's okay, like, then I can go about it easier. So and you have to consistently remind yourself of that because other people can, like, get in your ear, complain. The Southern Rock Band.
I got some situations.
What's wrong? The gummy bear one?
Oh no, I got that right here. Come on out. The insurance, the contract is free.
Oh, the car insurance, yeah. And it's been going up and up too with the car theft. Okay, I have a game. I'll be right back. Yes, a game. I got shoes.
How's everything, Chat? Yeah.
I'm back.
I haven't got my money yet. Oh, hey.
Aw, nice talking to you guys. Remember these sex manuals? We didn't ever finish this one. How can I throw it away if we're not finished? I feel like we were on manual 1, and then there's 4. So let's go to manual 2. Are you ready to be quizzed?
Yeah. Let's do this. My poker face.
Okay, true or false? A condom should not be used twice.
True.
It says true. But you know what? This is like a quiz from like the 70s. So maybe since then they've got recyclable ones. You know how like don't they have like recyclable tampons that women be like they literally have to like shove like a cup up there and leave it? I'm pretty sure like I got one like for free once. When I was like addicted to getting free things, like signing up for freebies. Like really like why I once got but before I learned to use like an alternate email, because a lot of times you have to give your email to get freebies as like the exchange, you know, like you fill out a form and it's like your address, like this is a mandatory line. And before I got the fake email, so like to this day, I'm part of like some religious cult. Just because I wanted a free sticker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's always this one friend that'll hook you up, but it's a used one.
You said anyway, one of the things I got, it was like a free like love cup or something. What the fuck? You're supposed to shove it. I could not. I'm like not even close. Like, what the hell torture device is this? But I'm just saying, people people recycle those tampons. Why can't they recycle the condoms? Can't you just like wash it out in hot water or something?
Well,
That's what.
maybe it depends on the
39 times.
It doesn't really last long. But yeah, like I said, there's that one friend that'll hook you up and you don't have any.
I don't have any friends like that. Look.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Me either, but you know, I watch too many crazy.
A woman cannot rape a man. True or false?
And I think it's possible in a different way.
Oh, let me ask you. If I was to like, I shouldn't grab an actual dildo, you know, and like tie you down, like hog tie you, strap you to the bed, and you're like, no, my poor butthole. And I'm just like, wouldn't that be rape? I mean, it could be rape. Okay, what if I'm like some lady with a strap on that you don't like and have her do it? And now you're getting your ass pounded by some like Sheila who's like, they like that, you bitch. And you don't like that, in fact. Wouldn't that be rape?
Well, if I don't, yeah.
Is this traumatizing to you? Yeah, of course you're gonna rape. And that's not even that. That's kind of an obvious circumstance, but I mean, okay. Well, I'm looking for another question for you.
I'm sorry, the screen is.
Can you see this? You are getting very awake. Or do you need like a watch or something for that?
Okay,
once ejaculation has started, it can't be stopped. True or false?
True.
It says false.
That's false.
Some of you guys can stop it and some of you guys can't. Or do you guys just be lying like, oh no, I can't stop. And you stop it and then pull it out, right? Isn't that how it works? Or you do like a half C. It's kind of like a little bit of a chance, like, you know, like a Russian roulette, but not all the bullets in there. Just a little. There's a pressure point. Maybe you have to practice stopping it, and you guys don't practice that.
I think there's a little, maybe it's all in the mind.
Like, remember when you were younger and you had to, like, stop before, like, your grandmother came in to get her knittings? And you were like, you know, however you do the things. And then grandma's like, I need my knittings. Where's my yarn and my needles? And you're like, Grandma! And you stop it. You stop the loss. It's bad for you. How is that bad for you? Don't you guys call it like your life force? Aren't you like preserving your life force as opposed to regenerating? Not if you eventually.
I think we get over it. They call it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the right word, but distracted by the
The scrotum and the testes are the same thing. True or false? The scrotum and the testes are the same thing. True or false? False. Can you describe for us the difference now, please? The testes are located up the male butthole. I don't know.
Testes are the home for the jury case. That where where like where what's the word I'm looking for? The thought of life. the scrotum is not.
Listen to this one. The big toe can be used as a sex organ. True or false? It's what it says. It says true. Like, where are they with the toe?
What?
Is it there? Hold on. I think it's on this side. Now, do they mean like shoving the male toe into the female openings? Or do they mean like if you touch it, you'll have a big toe-gasm? True. Or does that mean then like all of your toes can be sex organs? And also like your shoulder? That's exactly what they mean. Because this game is fucked up. You know, it's like if no condoms are available, don't leave the lady hanging. Use your big fucking toe. You better not have like better not be sharp. I can show if you want. What? What? Oh my god. No. I don't want to get violated by a damn toe. I'd rather violate you with my toe. Okay. Lack of fertility in men is most often caused by A. Sperm swimming in circles. B. Deformed sperm. That's so awful. Deformed. C. Lower sperm counts. Or D. All of the above.
All of the above.
Yes. How do they count your sperm? Like, can you guys count them like after you do your releasement? Do you count how many are there? And then if you're like, this is a low ball amount, I need to increase my or you don't see them, but you can like smell them.
The only way I know is through microscope.
I wonder if they have like at-home sperm tests. So when you guys masturbate, you can also like test it for like, are mine deformed? Tell me the truth. Are they ugly sperm? Are they stupid? Do I need to train them to swim? Or I guess you could train them to swim in circles so that you don't need to wear a condom, right? If you don't want to get, pregnant that weekend or something.
You have a strong mind for that.
To train your sperm? You think you can just like will them to I think they have a mind of their own.
But yeah, but
I don't think you can tell them what to do. They take a piece of your DNA and they're like, why don't we just like spread this around and share the love? Like you're a cool guy. I'm a cool sperm. Like let me be the vessel to carry on. And then the lady will be the vessel. A perfect harmony. Bye, Terry. Thanks for stopping in. Michael Phelps videos. What? 60 million every time. What? Wow, that's a lot of sperm, Terry. Okay. Satyriasis. So this is spelled Satyriasis. Is a condition in which A, males have an insatiable sexual appetite that interferes with all other concerns. B, males inflict pain. Concerns. Damn. Yeah, maybe mental disorder. Is Frozen? away.
Already with the different people.
According to Kinsey, who the hell is Kinsey? Does that mean it's true? Prostitutes account for what 0.8%, C 32.1%, or D 38.7%? And how would they know that? How? Like, I think that however you're getting it, it's a biased polling. Well, yeah, it's saying D. There's no way that by 40 single males have 38.7% of all that. No. I mean, I don't believe in a lot of like polling, like especially with those things. Yeah. Like when I was in high school, you know, like of course I was a virgin, never even had a boyfriend. They had me do a poll, like a calling, and my mom put me on the phone with them, and they asked me like all this sex questions, and then they accused me of lying and wouldn't take my if I've ever had sex, if I've done this. No, I had a boyfriend, so I was like, no. And they're like, they had my mom leave the room too. You know, my mom was probably like, just like, mom's not there, like, she's there, like, I don't know, like, oh, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been pulled like that, but I was pulled. Like, sometimes they're looking for an angle. And I was telling the truth. Statistics can be
But
shit.
they want to be entertained. In other words, they don't want the how it go? The lie was more entertaining than the truth.
Okay.
Like
Alfred Kinsey. Alfred, I wish I got a copy while I was there at the start. Charles Kinsey was an American sexologist. Oh, here we go. 1894 to 1956. So was this from the 50s? I don't think so. 19. That's all it goes to is 56. There's no way they would know. Okay. Sexologist, biologist, professor of entomology and zoology. Who did they even sequence DNA during this person's lifetime? Zoology. Who in 1947 founded the Institute for Sex Research. What? Search at Indiana University. I'm telling you, Indiana, like, I think it's like there's some weird people come out of there. So I know if that's Indiana. Okay. Like the DC lady, she moved to Indiana. Okay.
I wonder how they figure those things.
Now known as the Kinsey Institute for Research in Sex, Gender, and Reproduction. He is best known for writing Sexual Behavior in the Human Male in 1948. I'm not reading that, you guys. And Sexual Behavior in the Human Female. Nothing gets you more aroused than reading Sexual Behavior in the Human Female. 1953. Okay. Also known as the Kinsey Reports. See, you have an angle for doing your, isn't this juicy? All these hookers or whatever. Like, isn't this, buy my book? You won't want to miss like what's inside. But really, it's like, please, please. Oh, you know when someone's like hyping a new book to get you to buy, and it's just like, like 10 rules for changing your life. You know, you're how to go from being a fat loser to the sexiest man alive. Like, it'll say in 3, you know, key, whatever they call it, different names for it, pillars. Kinsey's research on human sexuality, foundational in the field of sexology, provoked controversy in the 1940s and 1950s. And yeah, see, like, what are you, Howard Stern? And has continued to provoke controversy decades after his death. His work has influenced social and cultural values in the United States as well as internationally. Ugh. This is what the guy looks like? Hey, ladies. Let me teach you about biology. 62. Well, you should have had more sex. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, you scared me for a second. I ain't know who came up through the line.
Early life and education. I don't care. I don't believe him. I don't believe that. Basically.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Do you guys believe that? Like, do you guys believe, not that, but that general field of, like, the polling on personal matters like that? Like,
But I might have missed the meeting on that. Was there a meeting on that?
well, I have something to share. In the U.S., more adults identifying as LGBT. I mean, that, I guess you could believe whoever's polled, but why would they lie about that? I mean, I could see, like, in the 50s, like, why would they lie about that? Okay, abortion trends. I remember seeing something about abortion from some years back. It was like a polling on, general. It wasn't just approve or disapprove kind of thing. It was like, have you had one? And so it was females was mainly asking on that type of a question. But there were some things mixed in there that asked men. And then they would ask it like by a raise. And in this poll, and I'll have to look for it, but it's something like Gallup or Rasmussen or one of these. And it had like, it was asking in like about prostitution, and they were asking like the black females and white females, like if they've ever been a prostitute. And I can tell you the number was so ridiculously high of African American women that they're claiming were a prostitute. And like, it was just outrageous. Like I did not believe it at all. And which made me think you're lying, or you're concentrating on, certain areas or certain populations for something. Like, I didn't believe it. And it's not like, oh, it's unbelievable. Like, this is so no, it's like, it's not, no. It was like every other sexual encounter you'll have is in exchange for money or something. Like, no. And I don't think it'd even be, I think it was well over 25%. And so it's, no. So because of that, with these type of things, I don't believe that. Aren't they also calling it? That I don't know. This was a few years ago. So it wasn't like. American women. Skill. Prostitute. Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah.
If I be thinking, where did they get it?
This is such a weird question. This is a historic. Oh, it's history and statistics. Like Lee Harvey Oswald slept in the same bed as his mother until he was 6 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old, or 15 years old. What does this have to do with anything? Are you trying to insinuate there was something sexual and then it's like, and that's why he killed the president? Like maybe he just had nightmares. What are you talking about? I don't know. I mean, 11, I guess, but.
I'm trying to think between 15 and 11.
Oh my god, listen to this one. Female masturbation leads to A, clitoral fixation, B, frigidity, C, lesbianism, or D, none of the above. Did people think if you masturbate it would turn you lesbian? Guys, if you masturbate, it's going to turn you gay. Okay, well, did you learn anything today? Did that help your edification?
Yeah.
What did we learn? You could rape guys? That was pleasant. You learn what your scrotum is.
The kettle probe.
Cattle probe. Oh my god. Look. You have to get the rape words out here because you can't say it on OnlyFans. Rape, 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 rape. Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Mwah.
Thank you for a great time.
Thank you. Pale, you should call tonight and I can quiz you on sex. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm like unwinding, like the amount of strain, the difference between like 30 degrees, the heat in the summer can really do a number on you. Like, and I think I underestimated when I'm inside with the air conditioning. Like, I can do it, but
Yeah. But once you go outside.
Yeah, it's like everything is harder, and your body is under like extreme conditions too.
I can't imagine how hot it gets there in the desert in the summer. It must be pretty bad.
Yes. Yeah, and then especially you get in the car and it's been in the sun.
The car is probably like 1,000 degrees when you first get in it.
Fornication is sex between two married people other than the spouses. True or false?
True.
False. It's sex between unmarried people. So you can fornicate with your girlfriend or boyfriend, but not your husband or wife.
Huh.
I don't make the rules. Listen to this question. Intense, tingling, delicious, aching, sensual ecstasy, rhythmic moving, tension buildup, swelling sensations are phrases to describe. Like, whoa. A, contractions. B, the peak. C, arousal. or D, aftermath?
B, maybe?
That would be C, arousal. I love that word, delicious. Delicious aching. Music. What?
Like you're gonna freaking explode.
Delicious. Mm-hmm. On the underside of the penis, beneath the corona. Corona? You've got the corona? Is the most sensitive area of a man's body. True or false?
Say that again now?
On the underside of the penis, beneath the corona, is the most sensitive area of a man's body.
I would say true.
True. Then why would you ever want it to be touched? Especially if someone has like I would say protect that. Gasp. Which of the following can produce an erotic response? I'm not going to answer about pre-adolescent boys. Well, I'll just answer it, but I'm not going to discuss it. The answer is all of the above. Sitting in class, punishment, or sitting in warm sand. Like literally anything. The sunlight. The
energy.
You know, like
it's warmth, it's energy, it's heat, it's the sun, right?
Cartoons on the cereal boxes. That's oddly specific. Yes. Yes. Warm. Yeah. Gonorrhea and syphilis are rampant in Chinese culture. True or false? False. But what? What is Chinese culture? I mean, I feel like they probably have multiple cultures. I don't know that we have just like a one American culture, you know? Yeah. Syphilis can appear on the A, mouth, B, rectum, C, nipple, or D, all of the above.
I would say all of the above.
Yeah, this is why you don't reuse your condoms. Like, yeah. Oh, this is health and sexual deviations. Oh, here we go. There's more history statistics. In ancient Sparta, young males and females played games and danced together naked. True or false?
True.
It's true, but like, how would they know that? What if their nethers are like flopping around? I feel like you would want to protect that with. What percentages of men reported sexual harassment in a recent study of 17,000 federal employees? So it's whatever the time that this was made. A, 3%, B, 15%, C, 21%, or D, 28%.
C?
B, 15%. Have you ever been sexually harassed?
Well, I've had my ass grabbed by a woman a few times.
What? Did you sue her?
I'm sorry?
Did they get in trouble?
No.
I don't think I've ever had my butt.
Actually, it was in I was in the club. I had walked into a club one night, and I was by myself. And this chick, she walked past me as I was walking in. She was leaving out. She like grabbed a handful of my ass.
That's how he met his first love. Far too many times. Pill, really? I've never had my ass grabbed or slapped or anything. I'm just saying, if that's supposed to be like a common thing for women.
It shocked the shit out of me. I don't know how common it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. I think that women maybe say that happens to them, but it just doesn't ever happen to me. I mean, I've obviously been attacked. I've talked about that, but besides that,
she probably had a couple of drinks that, you know, was feeling whatever.
I feel like most men are pretty shy to just go around grabbing people. But
well, if a man do that, he gets a fucking strong possibility to get his ass whipped or wind up in jail.
do you think on submarines they have a lot of sex and mostly like homosexual, but if they put in women? Because I feel like I'd be tempted to get pregnant on a submarine just to say, like, I have a sea baby who was conceived.
Well, actually, I hadn't heard that. I don't know what the percentage is, but quite a few women that's in the Navy go out, when they go out to sea for like 6 months or whatever, they come back home pregnant.
Do you think that most women in the Army go to like find a man, or do you think they already have one, or do you think that they're lesbians?
There's a pretty good percentage of them are lesbian.
I don't have any interest. I think I heard in like the Israeli army, the men and the women, they have to sign up, like, and do like so many years. Not like a lot, I don't think, but like mandatory service.
Where was this at?
In Israel. So that's why you get those like cool pictures of women. Yeah. But they're not all lesbian. They all have to.
Yeah, I can't imagine all of them being lesbians. But you know, they're young. They're all young people. You know, most of them they're going young teenagers. So.
I don't understand that people act like everybody's like sexuality peaks so early. Like for myself, like it's just been getting like more and more every year. But that would mean like before it was way, way less. It was like nothing. The age.
Women peak later.
Oh.
Women peak at a later age than men.
Yeah.
I don't know what have you ever read that? That women, I don't know.
Well, I don't like the word peak. Because I don't think it's necessarily better. Like, I don't think as a man it's really better if you're like always wound up by a warm sand, for instance. But you know, I mean, I think that, you know, there's just like there's stages in life or whatever, I guess. But the idea of being like just a young person who's just like, that's when you're so like hyper, like aroused or whatever. No, that wasn't. I'm telling you, now it's more than I ever was. Last year it was before that, like, you know. So
yeah, I think women peak in their 30s.
Well, I don't know that, like I said about peak. I just think that if it was to only go this way, then that wouldn't have happened. So, right? If it was, yeah. Fearful.
Young boys, I guess men probably peak in the early 20s, maybe.
I don't know. Approximately 10 million men suffer from chronic impotence. True or false?
True.
True. I guess. Well, what is impotence? That's just when you can't conceive, or
Impotent, they can't get an erection, or they something like that, or they can't make a baby, or something like that.
what's wrong with being impotent? Who cares? So can't perform. So you're
Look that up.
a bottom.
Look that up.
Hard mints.
Can't perform. Yeah.
You're giving everybody performance anxieties.
Erectile dysfunction.
It's not a performance. That's how I think people think. They're like brought up like on pornography. Like I think so many people would see porn before they actually had like sex. Whereas like with myself, I was attacked. And when I was 19 and like I hadn't never so I think that it's like shaped how you're supposed to perform by some people. Which I think is I think that then it just all becomes, I guess, a performance because you literally are like trained in a weird way how to like perform. Which some people, not everybody, but I think some people probably. I mean, everybody I think would be curious. I was curious about those like magazines that my aunt had on the dirty pages.
Did you sneak it?
Yes, but they were just drawings. But yeah, I was curious.
You sneak and look at them and you get like really turned on, didn't you?
Well, not the same. Not like now. I mean, I wouldn't describe anything as like the same. Yeah, I would just relate it to more of curiosity. Yeah, I don't, because it's different.
Yeah, exactly. I can remember the first time I lost my virginity.
The first time. What about the last time?
The last time. I was so scared and nervous, and she was older than me, and I couldn't rise to the occasion. That very first time. What do they call that? You're just so freaking nervous.
I don't know.
You can't get it up.
Aw.
But the next night, it was on.
I wasted no time. I just remember after I was attacked, I took a shower. Yeah. But I remember looking in the mirror. I remember being afraid to look in the mirror. Let's see if do I look different? And then I remember going to work and thinking people can see that on me. Like, can they tell? Do I look different? Like, can they tell? Like, so, like, it was horrible.
That's got to be the most horrible experience that you can experience in your life. I just can't imagine.
Did you think, do I look different after? Did you think, can people tell? Did you?
No, I mean, other than looking like depressed and maybe breaking down and crying in tears. You talking about yourself or you asking me?
You.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say now?
I said, after for you, did you think, do I look different? Do people look at me different?
Oh,
Yeah.
I looked at myself in the mirror. I had this fucking glow like it was unbelievable.
You looked at yourself in the mirror. Well, I was just wondering if that was normal. Like, that I thought do I look different? I didn't want to look different. I was afraid he had stolen that from me too. That everything about my parents would be different. Like this is taken from me, and I didn't want to look different, and I couldn't tell. If I did. Like, so just can other people see it, and that's where I was. Oh no, this lady can tell though, because she's older than me. She can tell, right? She knows something happened with me, right? Like, it was so weird, but I'm also.
You ever see in a movie where a girl goes out or a woman goes out on a date and she gets laid, and then the next morning she walks into the office, her job, or her sisters and her friends say, look at her and say, "What? You look different." You ever see one of those scenes? You just got something. Boy.
It sounds familiar. It does. Like after like a nice date, they'd be like, yeah. Are you in love? Yeah. But it's got to be like a sitcom trope or something.
It's like.
Did you meet someone? Yeah. That's Like, I don't know. I guess for men, it's different. Because you guys are told it's some type of like a milestone or a coming of like a threshold of some manhood of something.
Something like that.
So maybe to you, it's like you acquired some great power. I don't know, but I do not feel like that.
Well, I mean, your experience was a completely different experience. That was, oh my God, I just can't.
I feel more empowered by not being touched, by not letting people touch me. But I don't even like being touched, like on my shoulder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I wish sometimes when I'm watching you, I wish I could jump through the fucking.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that you'll wish that tomorrow night. What were you saying last night? That when you type, you're saying it? Because you said something about trailer park. And you're like, I don't know why I said that. I didn't say that.
No. You know what happened?
Yeah.
That I think that picked up my microphone. My microphone on my headset picked up something on the TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
But does that help you? Then you don't have to do that?
A lot of times I'm not typing, and the microphone just hears, like, I'll say something and it sounds similar to something else. The microphone will pick it up as me saying something else.
Yeah.
And then once I hit send, I
was just thinking, like, because I always like misspelling things, and I'm always like.
Didn't I type something after that saying that oops or?
Yeah, you said it by microphone, and I'm like, microphone? Is he not typing? That's what I wanted to ask you. Like, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, my microphone picked up. I'm like, what the fuck?
I just have you that. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go because I want to see if I can get John, because he can't come next week. But
okay.
I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
I'm like, stick around when John goes to bed. I'll see if he's up. He turns his phone off though. So.
to Verizon Wireless. Your call.
John, answer the phone. Leave it open for John for a minute in case he wants to call. It's late. His time would be like 12:30 maybe? I forget, it's not the same time for him. But he tries to stay up. One day he wrote me, he's like, I have to go to bed. He goes to bed at like 8. 11:30. 8 my time. Oh, this Adderall shortage still up my. I guess it's a big thing I didn't realize. The Adderall shortage poses major challenge. Short supply. How long could it last? Wow. A few more weeks. That was April 20th. So, well, really make more than one drug. So they have to, if they've stopped, they make it. Yeah, he said good night. I wasn't sure what number, but I was late. Sorry. What the hell? This was 1 minute ago. Why didn't he answer? It's okay. I'm going to call him again. I just missed him. I had a feeling. Bothering again. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. I mean, not really. That heat, that storm.
To an automatic voice message system.
All right, well, I'm pretty tired anyway, but I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I'm thinking, what did I buy for food that I could have? I really wish I got iced coffees. But I got these Propels. I know that Daryl sent me a bunch of water that I have coming. And Daryl's so nice. He doesn't want me to just get like crappy food. Don't cheap on your health. Crappy food simpler. Our sex manuals another time. Sleep while my baby's eight. So hopefully I'll give you a lot to count. Love you. What did I just play?